a shock of horror on my
There's no
neck.
brown up here.
It's as if a demon has appeared. The energy of a
Hey,
demon.
woman!
Open my eyes, I'm like, hello, how do you painters? Welcome to the show. The How Do You Paint Show, that is, with me, your hostess, CW. While you were away, I did the rest of the green shadows. Shall we just jump right in? Preparing some foliage ideas. Like, thinking maybe I do a bunch of light green leaves and then I cross over with bigger dark green leaves. So it looks like leaves backlit, like that. Will that work? I don't know, I should have tested it before, but we're just gonna find out on the canvas. Take a leap, take a risk, right? Nothing can go wrong. It's best to make your mistakes on the canvas so that it comes out different than your little conditioned mind anticipates. I do just want to say that I have changed my identity. You should know that, well, it's here it is. I've never felt like the word woman fit my soul, my spirit. You know, when people are say like, oh, well, you're a really strong woman. And you're a really strong woman. You're a really strong woman. You're a really strong woman. You're a really funny woman. You're a really smart woman. And it's always been like, yeah. Not the funny, smart, strong part, but the woman part. And even human. I had this revelation the other day that I think I've been so uncomfortable on this earth because I've been suffering under these social constructed identities such as human and woman. And they just don't fit how I feel inside. And then it came to me in a flash that I'm an androgynous animal demigod. And it just hit and it fit. It hit and fit. And I felt this like flood of relief. So, you know, my appearance may be a little different as I express who I truly am. Pronouns, demigod, de, as in deos. Dem and de. And it's showing up in my painting. Like I'm feeling like I can do whatever I want. Okay, so leaves. You're a funny woman. Woman, hey woman. Girls' night out, hey woman. I'm like, has that happened to you? Or maybe you're the type that's maybe you're okay with the construct of woman, and you're like hey woman, and you're like hey woman. I'm so glad I'm what I am now. I don't know if you saw, but I mixed a little high gloss gel into my paint because I want to get some texture on this motherfucker. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah. You know what I'm gonna need? I'm gonna need this thing. It's called a palette. I drank a cup of coffee right before starting this, but I'm fine. Oh shit. Oh shit. I also quit smoking cigarettes. You know when? Today. So, it's a lot of unbridled energy. Size, thinking size. I'm feeling like the leaves are gonna relate to the hoofs. Don't want them the exact same size. I like having a range of sizes of things. Like, so let me start with like maybe like, and I also don't want them to be too, like, freaking like perfect. But they're kind of perfect. Okay, let's just get into, you know what? Let's just make some daubs. Yeah, they're better as messy daubs than as perfectly cut line leaves. Wouldn't you say? You got this gel medium in there, so taking advantage of that by using a lot of paint on the, and getting some texture going. God, now I have hay stuck in my head. How do I get that out? Yeah, so I don't know if any of you remember, if you haven't seen the pre-show game of this season, it's when I started gessoing this canvas, and what I said back then, because I rewatched it a little while ago, to see if, I don't know, just to see, like, how did this all begin? And in the pre-show game, I said, okay, everything that happens in the field of my life, starting now, and when I started this painting, about the core wound of the loss of the mother, abandonment. Bambi's mother was lost. Bambi was told to buck the fuck up and be a buck and not cry about his mom getting killed. My mom's mom got killed in a car wreck when my mom was a child. I lived in terror of my mom getting killed and just the horror that the mother can die at any moment. I'm repeating this for people who haven't been watching the episodes, but if you want to know more, please go back and watch them. So in that first episode, I said everything that happens from here on out is I've opened a portal to the core wound of Bambi's mom getting shot and my own abandonment feelings. And I've opened the portal. So everything that comes through that portal now relates to this painting somehow until the painting is done. That's how I think about it, okay? Like, while I'm working on this painting, I'm on a shamanic journey through the underworld. And so the fact that my identity has come to me, that I've been freed of my old identity, thinking I need to be a human. God, I just thought of another thing too about that. Because in Bambi, the threat of man with a capital M was throughout the book. And they went through like war terror. The animals of the forest did. And I hope this is going to be okay. Maybe I should stand back and look. Yeah. I don't know. It's very not what I was thinking. Wonder if the leaves should be a lot bigger. They're feeling a little too much the same size as the spots on the deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, man with a capital M was the threat, the existential threat in the book of Bambi. And the animals suffered greatly under the threat of man. And he came and killed them too. What's my point? Oh, not a human. I'm an animal. Okay, so let me see if maybe the leaves should be a lot bigger. Oh, I totally forgot I was going to do different colors too. I just did all the same color. Talking too much. Do you know the term ontological insecurity? No? Okay. It's a basic sense that you don't even know if you exist. Your own existence feels like an insecure proposition. And people have, you know who came up with this term is R.D. Laing, psychiatrist in the 60s. Read The Divided Self. Blow your mind, man. Anyway, I have an ontological insecurity. You can either become schizophrenic or an artist with this. And you be the judge what I have become. But it comes from just having your inner experience not mirrored. So in some sense, anybody who lives in this simulated culture of like capitalism has ontological insecurity because your deep humanity is not being mirrored and reflected in the world. Versions of it, very commodifiable versions of it, but not it, the thing. I don't know, you guys. I've got two in my head talking and everything's... I'm not feeling connected to the painting right now. Maybe give me a little moment to look, receive. Ooh, too neon-y. Yeah. No. Time to bring in the big guns. The green is too bright. I could just come scribbling in, and cover it with a different green, but I will lose the see-through to the meadow, so I'm gonna have to redo the meadow. Yeah, the greens are just too bright. But you know what? I'm not mad. You know why? Ooh, look at how cool that looks. For future reference, do that if you want to make a bunch of green comets falling to Earth. Oh, okay. See, this is a good mistake to make because it made me just think of something. I should make the leaves weeping. Okay, one sec. Couple things. These are my woman underwear that I used to wear. Oh, they're not, what you don't call women's underwear, you call them panties. That's another thing that's always freaked me out. When people call them panties. Where's your panties? I don't know. I really don't want I don't want to have to recreate the pink portal. Weeping leaves. Oh, weeping leaves. There's a passage in Bambi. Maybe you're like me and you're so sensitive to pain that you actually become numb. Because if you actually felt it, you wouldn't get through a day. So you kind of just become a little detached and numb. So for people like us, oh look, it might come off. Hey, this could be okay. Maybe it's part of a cloudy green effect. But yeah, if you have the numbing issue where there's really terrible things happening and everyone's really upset and you're like, yeah, I'm upset, but you can't feel it, then that's when you should read sad things or watch sad things or listen to sad things so you can let your feelings attach to something less magnitude and actually move some of that grief and horror through your body. So I kind of was thinking of maybe reading a very sad part of Bambi. You know, this may not be the biggest disaster on Earth right now. How I messed up the green, because this is kind of okay. Okay. So let me get another rag. Oh, maybe people remember this shirt from the Sunny episode. It's now going to be a rag, so it's making a return. Okay. Look, I made my mistake on the canvas, and I add, and there's a little more green fog, which is fine. It made it a little dirtier, a little muddier, like dirtier. Nature's dirty. So, what should we, anybody else got any ideas out there? You got any ideas for the leaves? Yeah, I'm not going to make them all textury. I felt like that was making them stand out too much, you know? So let's see if we make them a little more subtle. And is this a good size? Yeah, because they're close up. The leaves are in the foreground. And then if I put darker ones in front, is that going to be good? Actually, you know what? I'm not asking, is it gonna? I'm asking, do I like how it looks right now? That's the question to ask. Am I having fun? Am I enjoying this? And do I like how it looks right now? No. That was a clear answer. You know what I think would be fun and what I would like right now? Light yellow. All right. This is what I think would look good. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's my new thing is, you know what? I'm also not going to make leaf shapes. That's too corny. But I don't want brush stroke shapes either, because that's corny too. Can't stand a brush stroke shake. Shake. Brush stroke shakes are not very good either. Let's see if I can make a different shape that's not a brush stroke. Yeah, look at that. That's a scribble shape. Scribble shape is much more interesting and not, yeah, okay. See, so this is the new thing, you guys. Do what is fun and looks good right now. Not like, oh, I'm gonna try this and just push through it, even though I'm not liking it, and even though its leaves are green, so you're supposed to do green leaves. If you're not feeling it, leave it behind. Do what you feel. If you don't know what you feel, go be alone for a while without the internet. If you still don't know what you feel, hyperventilate. That can get you in touch with your feelings locked up inside. If you still don't know what you feel, congratulations, you're a sociopath. Or just deeply wounded. That looks so good. I'm excited now. Oh, I hope it's not going to be too overpowering. Well, you know what? If it's too overpowering of the deer, I will just have to give the deer more, make the deer more exciting, and just they can fight it out. Things can just escalate till the painting explodes. I don't know. Oh, I left these leaves there. Oh well. What happens if yeah, that's fine. You can just have some of them be mixes of colors. I'm just gonna finish these leaves. This is my idea. I'm gonna finish putting in these yellow leaves, which I am gonna come over hello, excuse me? What the? I got 2 paints in one jar. Careful where you stick your brush. I don't know. I think that's beautiful. It looks so good with the colors. This is where I'd like to have a really long brush so I can stand back. Be like... Now these are beautiful, lively leaves. And I'm going to leave you soon. I'm going to leave you soon. I mean, I'll be back next week, or in a couple of weeks, but there's a bigger leaving. One sec. Well, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I'm just getting a cup. There's a bigger leaving coming for us all. Some sooner than others. Some tragic, but no one escapes leaving. Oh, look, I have a whole drawer that's just for the Bambi book. Oh, crap. Are you kidding me? I have no fucking glasses in here. Let's see if I can see. I can see. So this is chapter 8 of Bambi. And it's winter is coming. And there's 2 leaves on the tree. Can it be true, said the first leaf? Can it really be true that others come to take our places when we're gone, and after them still others, and more? It really is true, whispered the second leaf. We can't even begin to imagine it. It's beyond our powers. It makes me very sad, added the first leaf. Then they went silent a while. Then the first leaf said quietly to herself, why must we fall? The second leaf asked, what happens to us when we have fallen? We sink down. What is under us? The first leaf answered, I don't know. Some say one thing, some say another, but nobody knows. The second leaf asked, do we feel anything? Do we know anything about ourselves when we're down there? The first leaf answers, who knows? Not one of all those down there has ever come back to tell us about it. They were silent again. Then the first leaf said tenderly to the other, don't worry so much about it. You're trembling. That's nothing, the second leaf answered. I tremble at the least thing now. I don't feel so sure of my hold as I used to. Let's not talk any more about such things, said the first leaf. The other replied, no, we'll let be. But what else shall we talk about? She was silent, but went on after a little while. Which of us will go first? There's still plenty of time to worry about that, the other leaf assured her. Let's remember how beautiful it was, how wonderful when the sun came out and shone so warm. It shone so firmly that we thought we burst with life. Do you remember? And the morning dew and the mild and splendid nights. Now the nights are dreadful, the second leaf complained, and there's no end to them. We shouldn't complain, said the first leaf gently. We've outlived many others. Have I changed much? Asked the second leaf, shyly but determinedly. Not in the least, the first leaf assured her. You only think so because I've got to be so yellow and ugly, but it's different in your case. You're fooling me, the second leaf said. No, really, the first leaf exclaimed eagerly. Believe me, you're as lovely as the day you were born. Here and there may be a little yellow spot, but it's hardly noticeable and only makes you handsomer. Believe me. Thanks, whispered the second leaf, quite touched. I don't believe you, not altogether, but I thank you because you're so kind. You've always been so kind to me. I'm just beginning to understand how kind you are. Hush, said the other leaf, and kept silent herself, for she was too troubled to talk any more. Then they both were silent. Hours passed. A moist wind blew, cold and hostile, through the treetops. Ah, now, said the second leaf, I. Then her voice broke off. She was torn from her place and spun down. Winter had come. So, I think everyone should read this when, like, every day, so that you know what's coming for you. Well, that was a wide-ranging, freewheeling How Do You Paint show, was it not? Thank you for listening, watching, tuning in, tuning out, zoning in, zoning out, loving, hating, crying, laughing, thinking, feeling, puking, barfing, farting, shitting. I stop now. See you next time.